Hey everybody, and welcome back. So first, let me just start off, I did change my hair once again. I just like to change it. I loved the way pretty much my last color faded throughout. I really didn't particularly have a period where I was like, I hate it, I need to change it. And as you can see, I did go with more of a like slate gray. We're in the process of trying to do like a nice like platinum-y silvery color. I want more of a silver. I'm not like, oh, I just want white. Like, I want like a silvery tone to it. We did go a little bit darker only because my hair is probably like a level 9 underneath this right now, but I really am liking it so far. We'll see how this one fades throughout time as well. And yeah, that being said, I'm going to be reviewing something so exciting today, and they are the new Ordinary foundations. They do have two finishes. One is the Serum foundation, which is what I will be doing today, and the second one is the Coverage foundation, which will be coming in soon. I got a shipping notification for that one. This is just what the box looked like. If you have any of the Ordinary skincare, or have you heard of it, it's the exact same packaging for that, except for these are black versus the skincare being white. This is a very, very affordable brand. I believe they're based out of Canada, but they do ship. They have like actual stores in the UK, and I know that they're working on bringing stores to the States as well as other locations in the UK. So that's super exciting. These are under $7 foundation. It is amazing. Even the other ones, they're both under $7. It's like $7.60 and $7.90. For the Coverage one's like 30 cents more expensive, but that is nothing. These are amazing. You get the same amount of ounces as a normal foundation. You get the 30 mLs, which is an ounce. I picked up two shades. Clearly they're so affordable. We have the option, considering there's no stores here, to really test it, and this is such a new product. It's hard to find like live swatches of them. They do have an amazing color range. I believe there's 21 shades, so there's a good range from super fair to on the deeper skin tones. So I think that is amazing, especially considering the fact that this is their first makeup product and they just came out with a bang and pulled out a ton of colors. I know that they were saying when they first launched they had like a waiting list, like not like a pre-order, but a list to be notified when they launched of about 25 to 50,000 people. So it did take a long time to get my order. I ordered the Serum foundation, which came out a week before the Coverage, on the day that it launched, and it took about, all in all, like a month to get to me. Not because it was just shipping from like somewhere astronomically far, it was just because they were so backed up on orders, and this is a very new small company that is in the process of growing, so they can only process so many orders at a time. And they're very verbal on their Instagram account, so if you follow Decium, which is the parent company to The Ordinary, they have like 12 other skincare slash like health care brands underneath them. So if you follow Decium on Instagram, they're very active on answering questions, and so it was a lot easier to be patient for these to come in the mail, because they were very upfront. When you ordered it, it says on the checkout page orders may take up about to 15 days to process, and then you have your shipping time. So you know, you gotta just be aware, don't be impatient, know that these are in very high demand and it's gonna take a while. So these came, and that is what I'll be testing out today, just the foundation. I did pick up two colors, as I had mentioned, just because like I wasn't completely sure, and I am more neutral toned, so I picked up the shade 2.0 neutral and 1.2 neutral, which is a hair lighter, is the next neutral shade lighter. And let's just see color wise, because I opened the box just to see, but I haven't like looked at the colors. They are in a bottle just like this. The bottle here is plastic. Unfortunately, it's not glass. I mean, I don't particularly mind that too much. You're paying under $7 for the same amount as you would anywhere else for the amount that's inside the bottle, so it's like besides the point. And it does come with a nice pump. There is no cap, if that bothers you. I mean, I feel like a lot of people lose their caps anyway, so okay. This, I'll just put a little bit on my hand actually, so I don't have to like waste a bunch. Okay, so we'll do that swatch, and we'll pick out what color we're going to use today. Same thing with the lighter shade. Go and swatch that one right next to it. And I do recommend shaking these because they're very liquidy like. I'm trying to see if the mic picks this up, but super liquidy formula, so we'll see how that works out. this is just what the two colors I picked up look like. This is 2.0 neutral and 1.2 neutral. I think I'm going to end up going in with 1.2. I know that looks really fair. They both are perfect colors for me, thankfully, but I'm going to go in with this one today and see what we do. Anyway, if you want to see me putting on the foundation and kind of like my first impressions, thoughts, then go ahead and keep watching. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and go right in. As per usual, when I'm testing out a foundation, I don't put any concealer or anything else on, just because I really want to see how well it covers. Mind you, this, once again, is a serum foundation, so it's not supposed to cover a ton. So I did bring a little spot concealer just in case. And let's get right into it. Closer up, this is what the little bottle looks like, and the pump. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll try, like, what, 2 pumps? Oh, it's got a little clicker thing so you can lock it, which is nice, considering there's no cap. Okay, I'm going to go in with the 2 pumps right now. As you can see, it's just really runny. And go right in. Once again, this is the 1.2 neutral shade. This is actually covering really well for being like a serum foundation, and it's not supposed to have a ton of coverage. I'm not mad at that at all. I prefer light coverage. So if you're used to like a full face, like a more of a full coverage foundation, this might not be for you. But if you're open to trying new finishes or just coverage levels, this is covering really well for just being like a serum foundation. This side is more of the true test because I got my facial done and I had some extractions, and then sometimes it just brings more stuff to the surface the day after, and definitely brought to the surface this time, so got more to cover over down here. It's actually not dewy at all, considering the fact that it's a serum foundation. It just looks like a natural finish. It is clinging a little bit, just a smidge, to some dryness I have, and I just find that there's one skincare product underneath here. I like it on a daily basis, but it just doesn't work well with some foundations, and it causes them to ball up a little bit, and I think that's kind of trying to happen right now. But it's not the foundation's fault. I will definitely say that, because it's happened with several at this point. When I don't have that product on underneath, I am not having this issue. Okay, that looks really good. I literally didn't know how much it was going to cover. Color wise, it's great. It's a little bit lighter than my neck, but like I said, I have the 2 colors, so I can definitely mix them. And I'm gonna go in, just use a little bit more and try and see how well it builds up when I like do it like spot conceal. A little bit more, because I don't want a full pump. I'm over here trying to like ease it out gently. Okay, let's see, got this one right here, and a little bit over here, and then these bad boys right over here. Okay, we'll start with this side because there's more to cover. Okay, so what I am noticing is, since this isn't really a hydrating formula, even though it is a serum based, it is going to cling to any dryness you might have. So I would definitely say, if you have more on the dry skin, because I have normal to dry skin, so I'd say prep your skin really well, which I normally do. I really think if I didn't have that one layer underneath here, I'd probably be fine, but I am a little bit drier, like around here just naturally, and then the chin jawline area for whatever reason. But overall, that's not a bad coverage, and for me, I like light to medium foundations, so that actually really surprised me honestly that finish is not bad at all. You can still see stuff, but I mean honestly I have just a little bit of like dryness on the surface of the breakout too, so I mean there's nothing you can do about that texturally, and just my skin is so fair it shows redness and discoloration a lot easier. But I'm not mad at that at all. I really want to try it again just when I don't have any extra. I want to try like basic skincare underneath this and see how like that affects it. But overall, this is looking great so far. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my makeup off camera, and I'll be right back just to kind of wrap this video up, and I'll be right back. Alright, so all in all, after applying the rest of my foundation as I normally would, this sits on top of the skin beautifully. It doesn't go into any fine lines, or I do tend to have a little bit of like texture over here. It just sits and it lays flat, and I did not use a primer today. That wasn't necessarily intentional, I just forgot to put on a primer, and it's sitting so nice. I haven't used a setting spray or anything, so this is a natural finish. The only place I have powder down is just in my eye and cheek area up here. This is all, it's like a normal finish. I wouldn't call it a, I guess maybe satin is the closest thing. It is not a matte finish, and it definitely is not dewy. It just, I don't know, I really like the way this looks. Hopefully it wears well too. I may set it before I run out the door just in case, because I'm not going to be back until after the sun goes down. But all in all, if you can get your hands on these, I am thus far recommending them. The order for the coverage colors should be here sometime within the next week, because I did have to order them separately because the serum one came out first, and I just got the shipping notification yesterday for the other ones. So when those come out, I will do a separate video just on those as well. And as with all my other foundation testing out videos, I'm going to update you on how it wears in the description box below. So if you have any other questions that I didn't answer, feel free to leave them in the comments box, and I'll get it back to you, and I'll be seeing you very soon in my next video. Bye!